my name is Micah Zachary, and today I'm going to be talking about humanistic approaches in management. So, what is the humanistic theory? It's all about the people. It's focusing on the people. And if you look at it from a business side, it's how can we encourage our employees to give more? How can we encourage them to achieve a better potential and want to give back to the business? What is it that the employees enjoy doing? What gets them out of bed every day and makes them want to come to work? And how can we as a business motivate our employees to give more and make them want to come to work instead of just doing a 9-to-5 job, make them enjoy their time there, and how can we be better? So why are humanist approaches so important? People enjoy what they are doing instead of viewing their tasks as another thing to check off their list. So when people in a business, their employees, whenever they feel valued and that the business cares about them, they're going to be more loyal because they say, if a business gives more to me, I'm going to give more back. They're more productive. They feel valued. They maintain an optimistic outlook. They feel like I'm being given so much and my needs are met that I have more time to focus on bigger goals. I want to keep learning. I want to achieve better success. So, humanistic approaches in management. Humanistic management is a people-oriented management that seeks profits for human ends. It contrasts with other types of management that are essentially oriented towards profits, with people seen as mere resources to serve this goal. So, compared to other approaches in business, humanistic approaches are different because they look at the people as their profit and not the money that the people bring to the business. So they say our most important asset are our employees, and that's why we should focus on them the most. So the two approaches for humanistic theory that I'll be talking about is putting employees' needs first and performance appraisals. So putting the employees' needs first, I'll be talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So they're basically 5 steps that are essential to give people their basic needs that will allow them to continue focus on other things, make them feel less stressed and so forth. So the first one is self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities and so forth. And so for a business, this could mean that employees should be given growth opportunities and jobs that push them to be better. They should be given things like promotions that continue to allow them to grow and achieve better potential and see what they have in store and what they could achieve. Esteem needs is prestige, feeling of accomplishments. So for management, this could be rewards for reaching goals and feedback and accomplishments. People aren't going to want to do more in a business if they don't feel like their work is valued and people care about it. They need to have that esteem. Belongings and love needs be relationships and friends. And this is really important because if people are spending as much time at work as they're spending at home, they need to have relationships and they need to feel comfortable. So doing things like teamwork activities and relationship building so that people can have friends at work is really important. And their safety needs like security and safety. People aren't going to want to go to work if they don't feel safe. So employees should feel safe. They don't want to go to work if they feel like they're going to get sick. So there's hygienic work environment. And then of course, psychological needs, the basics of food, water, warmth, and rest. So for management, this could mean paying employees enough, giving them compensation and benefits that allow them to give themselves those basic needs of food and water and shelter and so forth. So as long as management can at least supply those 5 things, employees will feel safe and secure to exceed forth in any goals. So the benefits of incorporating these needs in management is people give loyalty and trust, because if management can give them those 5 basics, they're like, okay, I'm set, I trust that I can keep going forward. They're more motivated. They have a stress-free environment. They have more time to focus on other things instead of the basics. Humanistic management is the pursuit of strategies and practices aimed at the creation of sustainable human welfare. So it's just the little things that you give people that allow them to achieve higher goals. And on a side note, it's important for management to know that not everyone is motivated by those same exact needs. So it's important for them to communicate and to understand for certain employees they might need to be motivated by something else in order to get them to pursue greater things. So how this kind of works is the organization wants to attract and retain a productive workforce. And in order to do this, they invest things like pay and benefits so people can have those necessities. They do status and recognition, job opportunities, social opportunities that makes people attracted and want to stay inside of the organization. And employees, on the other hand, they want interesting work and fair compensation. And if they're given those things in return, they give back to the business time, effort, knowledge, skills, and creativity. So it's just a big round circle of as long as the organization provides what the employees want, the employees will provide what the organization is in need of. So performance appraisals is the second way that management can apply humanistic approaches. Performance appraisals basically either annually, yearly, that management will bring in all the employees and evaluate them on what good they have done, the goals that they have reached, maybe where they're slacking off or where they can improve, and so on and so forth. And so with performance appraisals, the employees are given feedback on what can they do better, what did they do really well, like were their sales really good? Do they need to improve more for the next year, or was it just right? Self-development, it's so important. Self-development is with performance appraisals because the whole point of them is to give that feedback so they can continue to grow. And so they're given this opportunity of self-development to analyze where they are and how they can do better going forward. There's reward systems. They're given encouragement whenever they do something good. It makes them feel like they're valued. And of course, training and development on what can us as a business do for you, and management, what can we do for you to help you to achieve these goals that you aren't at quite yet. Now, without performance appraisals, it can be really hard for employees because people thrive by making constant progress and feeling a sense of purpose. And if they don't feel purpose at their work, at their everyday job, they aren't going to feel motivated. They aren't going to want to do more. They aren't even going to want to go to work. And so when management decides to not take feedback and growth seriously, it can be very detrimental to a company. Their employees will feel more of a liability instead of an asset. It's almost like their work is shredded in front of their face because they say, if I can't even get encouragement and compliments on the good things I've done, then what's the point of doing them? And how can I get help to be better? I just feel like I'm literally a liability for the business. And that's why performance appraisals are so worth management putting their time into as a humanistic approach. Now, performance appraisals can be very beneficial, but you have to do it correctly. While some management are a little too strict with their performance appraisals, that they'll set these really high goals and it makes the employees feel like they can't do anything, that they can't progress. They're like, there's no way, it's too difficult, I'm never going to achieve anything good. And while on the other hand, there's some that are just way too lenient and they just give a gold star to every person, and then people don't have the motivation to do anything better. But the best place for management to be for performance appraisals is right at the central tendency, where they of course give good feedback and they say you did really well here, we're proud of you for doing this, but at the same time they want to see them grow and do even better, and that's where management should really stick. So through these humanistic approaches of putting employees' needs first and performance appraisals, it makes the employees happy. It makes them feel like they're valued, that they're part of the business, that it's not just a 9-to-5 job, but it really is home away from home. It makes them more motivated. It wants them to reach these higher goals and to do more for the business because they are valued so much. They want to give something in return. And because of that, it's not just good for the employees, but it bounces back and it's amazing for the business because it gives them growth, because their employees are giving back so much more that they aren't just stuck at the same everyday stuff. They're constantly growing and achieving higher goals, and it's a great opportunity for everyone. And that is why I believe that the humanistic approach in management is the best approach that they can do for the employees and for the business. And here are my references, and that is it. Thank you for listening.